Yo, what's going on, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. In today's video, guys, what I got for you is actually a gameplay I've been trying to get for quite some time. I decided to venture back into theme deck land, and this is going to be the Relentless Flame theme deck versus the Battle Mind theme deck. Now, I've been trying to get this gameplay for a hot minute. I had one not too long ago, but I made a gigantic misplay at the very end. It was like incredibly stupid, and I ended up ruining the entire video, so we never saw that one. But anyway, this deck features, of course, Charizard, and then the other one features Mewtwo and Incineroar, which I thought was a pretty cool battle. But I wanted to talk about something in this video here. Probably one that I feel like I probably put way too much thought into now that I think about it, but this honestly just really bothers me. So, as we all know, the rotation coming up, we are losing a significant amount of cards in the Pokemon TCG. And I feel like maybe this wasn't thought out very well or something along those lines. But we're losing a lot of cards. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. We're losing some cards that are in the Charizard theme deck. So basically, that means we're only going to have four theme decks, the two from Unbroken Bonds and the two that come out in the newest set, that are going to be legal for standard play. Like, basically, you can buy them, go to a tournament, and play the entire deck. Whereas ones previously that are still in the format are not going to be legal unless you're playing in an expanded tournament. Now, I just feel like that really bothers me, especially when you think about the two theme decks from Team Up feature a couple of the most popular Pokemon. As a matter of fact, when you think about it, probably the most generic answer you can get for who's your favorite Pokemon besides Pikachu probably would be one of the original starters, especially Charizard. I feel like, Charizard is probably the most generic favorite Pokemon out there, and it's because this Pokemon is so popular and so cool that, a lot of people love it. I mean, it's quite obvious, when it comes to just Pokemon that people love. Charizard is definitely one of the big ones up there. And so I don't know. I don't like the fact that one of the most popular Pokemon has their own theme deck, and if you buy the theme deck, then you can't play all the cards in it because something wasn't thought out very well. I don't know. But yeah, you got Nest Ball, Timer Ball, you can't use those, and I think that's about it. But still, those are pretty significant losses. Yes, they can be, made up for, but I don't know, it just bothers me that in general, not so much for the older theme decks, but probably for like more of like maybe team up. I would say, it just kind of bothers me that there's going to be cards that aren't going to be legal in the theme decks. I don't know what it is. But as you guys can tell, I had a pretty slow start, but I'm actually getting a pretty good setup here. Next turn, I'll be able to get two Nidoqueens out and a Charizard. And just a little spoiler alert, I don't know if we've necessarily gotten to that point yet, but one of my Charizards is prized, so that means Brock's Grit's going to be my best friend in this matchup whenever my Charizard does eventually go down. But I want to talk a little bit about the Battle Mind theme deck. So the Battle Mind theme deck is actually a pretty cool deck, mostly because you have so much draw power and it's taking advantage of the new Fire engine that was released in Unbroken Bonds. The only problem with the two theme decks that I don't like personally in the Unbroken Bonds theme decks, as cool as they are, is the fact that the only item cards you get in the decks are two switch. So that's another thing. I just don't know if they necessarily thought about just the product and all that such whenever they were coming up with the rotation or whatever the idea was there. And I've actually thought about making another video, or actually just a video talking about Pokemon's product in general and just like my dislikes and things along that nature for that whole topic, but that's for a different day. So Copycat is actually in the Charizard theme deck, and I feel like against this deck it's actually pretty good because normally when you have cards like Hal, Welder, and then you got Salazzle in the Battle Mind theme deck, they're gonna have a pretty large hand size, and so I was able to get a gigantic hand off of just Copycat, and it's awesome. So my field's pretty set up. I have the broken, stupid Rapidash that I made a video on because that jerk rolled like 7 heads or whatever it was. And then I have a Charmeleon, a Charizard, two Nidoqueens, and then I have a Farfetch'd if I need to, just bring something up for bait later on. But the cool thing about, just theme decks in general, it's a cool way to just kind of get away for a minute, just to kind of play some chill Pokemon, just to have a good time. And I need that sometimes. I've been playing like semi-competitively. I've been trying to get like gameplays and stuff with serious decks and everything. I just flat out have been just not getting those lately either. I have been struggling with the gameplay side of Pokemon, and it is very unfortunate. So it's good to just kind of take a step back and have some fun. But The Battle Mind theme deck is, of course, a deck that, like I said, features the fire stuff from, Unbroken Bonds. And, it has attackers in there like Turtonator, which actually is really good. And it has like Darmanitan and Cineroar and such in it. And the deck's actually really fun to play. I just wish there was some more item cards in the deck in general just to help you out. And I'm hoping that the next set coming up after Unbroken Bonds actually has like some decent item cards or something like that that helps out decks. Because right now I feel like that's a pretty big lacking. Um, yeah, so the Relentless Flame theme deck is a deck that's been out for quite some time. You use I think it's Relentless Flame. I might be wrong there. But, it's a deck that features a Charizard where you can pull energy straight out of the deck and then you discard them. It does a considerable amount of damage. And, you have stuff in here like Needle Queen and everything to just search out Pokemon. And my field's pretty stupid, honestly, right now. Like, my field's pretty set up. And I think here in a minute, or it might have already passed by. No, no, yeah, it already passed by. I started using Needle Queen's ability to pull Pokemon out of my deck. I think then I played a Kukui. And right there, I was just trying to hunt for Brock's Grid. I kind of went off on a little rant there talking about just my displeasure with some of the product choices in Pokemon. I don't know. I just feel like it should be pretty easy for someone to go to the store and just buy a deck and then not have to worry about it. Because someone who doesn't necessarily know much about the game and wants to start it, they're gonna get told, "Hey, you can't play all the cards in that deck you just bought. Sorry," and they're not gonna know. So that's one of my bothers there. But this is actually one of the gameplays that I really wanted, and I'm so happy that I finally got one. And I think honestly, just the setup that I had in general was just amazing, and that's why I decided to go with this one. Even if I lost this game, and like as long as it's like a good competitive game between like the two theme decks, I'll upload it. I don't mind uploading videos of me taking the L. I don't mind as long as it's entertaining for you guys to watch, and I can talk about random nonsense here. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of considering doing some older theme deck battles. I have like a bunch of, I wouldn't say a bunch, I'd say like five or six, maybe seven older theme decks that I've actually thought about possibly uh, doing gameplays with again. Now, when I say old, I mean like Diamond and Pearl back, like old. So, they got some years on them. That's just something I've been thinking about. If that's something you guys are interested in seeing, please do let me know. Because I can just have my friends play some theme deck stuff with me like we used to, and just upload those. But overall, I feel like theme decks are definitely something that I'm personally really enjoying right now in Pokemon. Just sometimes just the same old, decks and such is it gets old. I mean, when I go to League, it is fire, 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 unfortunately. And online, I run into pretty much the same like core four decks. And so, when it comes to theme decks, it's something a little different. Yes, I might play against like, the Charizard and Mewtwo theme decks a lot, but for the most part, I'll play some other stuff too. So, it's good for me just to kind of take a step back and, just have some chill games, and plus it allows me to upload something that I enjoy, playing and having fun doing for you guys. And right there, I just wanted some more cards in my deck. My deck was running a little low there, but I'm pretty much taking it to my opponent, and he doesn't let me be super mean on my last turn, which is not very nice. So contradicting, but yeah, I didn't really have anything special to talk about this game other than just talking about the theme decks a little bit and talking about my displeasure for like the product choices. I'm actually really considering making like a whole other video just kind of talking about like the entire issue that I'm having with that because there's more than just the theme decks. But so my Charizard's finally gonna go down here. Like finally, this one Charizard led me to victory pretty much like the entire game, and I have the Brock's Grit and the Needle Queen, so I pretty much got this game all sealed up. Now, as far as what I wanted to do, I wanted to basically just attach four energies and attack. My opponent didn't let me do that, so that's just how it is. But this video is actually winding down here, so I want to say thank you guys all so much for watching. I apologize, I didn't really have anything too crazy to talk about in this video. It's just been very, very dull and very, very boring here in my life. But there we go. I try to attach a couple more energies, and he just ends up conceding here in a second. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that sucks. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you know what to do if you did. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll catch you in the next video. This is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out.